The Carabas Desert is a place where fortunes are made and where most people die trying. Deep within the world of Tschai, valuable sequin gems lie hidden inside heavy stone nodes scattered across the desert, waiting to be discovered. But there's a catch. The Dirdir allow humans to search for that wealth, but as part of the bargain, they hunt them as live prey. In Carabas, from designer Joel Sparks, 2 to 5 players lead teams of explorers into one of the deadliest places on the planet. Games play in about 30 to 75 minutes, and every decision becomes a balance between risk, reward, and knowing when it's time to run. You'll control 2 separate crews, with 3 explorers in each group. Your goal is simple here. You'll collect valuable sequin nodes and bring them safely back through the Portal of Gleams before the Dirdir catch you. At the end of the game, the player who returns with the most wealth wins. So, what does a turn look like? Well, on your turn, you're going to choose one of 2 crews and send them deeper into the desert. Move across the Carabas, search for valuable sequin nodes, decide how much treasure you're willing to carry, then roll the spore dice to see how closely the Dirdir hunters are closing in. Every turn becomes a balancing act between gathering more wealth and knowing when it's time to head for safety before the hunt catches up with you. Or maybe you push for just one more turn. Where you end your movement determines what kind of treasure you can search for. Stay close to safety and you'll find smaller rewards. Venture deeper into the Carabas and the potential payoffs grow dramatically, but so does the danger. And whenever a crew searches, sequin chips are drawn from a bag. Some regions let you keep only the lesser of 2 discoveries, others let you choose the best of multiple finds, and the deeper reaches of the desert offer the richest treasures, creating a constant temptation to push further than you probably should, which I frequently do. Once collected, those sequins are stacked beneath your crew members. The more treasure a crew carries, the slower it becomes, which you can imagine is not great. A lightly equipped crew can move 4 spaces, but once any crew member is carrying 2 sequin chips, that crew may only move 2 spaces across the desert. Every valuable gem creates a difficult decision. Keep it and risk becoming easy prey, or abandon part of your haul to regain speed and make a desperate escape. And this is where the game really starts whispering bad ideas. Because the richest rewards lie in the far reaches of the south stage, deep inside Dirdir territory. You know it's dangerous, you know you should probably turn back, but what if the next node is worth even more? But every step that you travel leaves a trail. As a crew moves, you'll place dice along your path. The dice are rolled at the end of the turn, and the results determine how the Dirdir hunts and advances across the desert. The hunters aren't wandering randomly, no, they're tracking the active crew, closing in on anyone foolish enough to remain in the desert too long. Now, if a hunt does spot a crew, it attacks. One explorer is lost, along with any treasure they were carrying. The survivors can flee, but every attack leaves your expedition smaller, weaker, and less likely to make it home rich. And sometimes the smartest move isn't escaping the hunters, it's leading them somewhere else. The hunters don't always punish the player who woke them up. No, clever positioning can lure danger towards rival explorers, creating opportunities to redirect the Dirdir's attention while your own crew slips away towards safety. And eventually, luck will run out. As the game progresses, additional hunting parties will enter the desert. Later, the feared excellence arrives, and then comes the final stage of the hunt, when the Dirdir sky cars begin sweeping across the map, steadily closing off escape routes and forcing everyone towards a dramatic endgame. I really love the image of crews staggering back towards the Portal of Gleams, overloaded with treasure, desperately hoping they can make it home before the hunters close in. It's that kind of risk-reward tension that feels perfectly suited in this setting, and the tension is so much fun. Adding even more variety, advanced play introduces unique tribal abilities. The Terrans can improve their searches, the Core can force extra movement, the Lokar can hinder hunters, and each faction brings its own one-time advantage to the desert. Carabas truly captures that feeling of a desperate treasure hunt, where greed is often your greatest enemy. Every successful expedition makes you richer, every extra turn makes you a little bit more vulnerable. The question isn't whether you'll leave the desert, it's whether you'll leave with enough treasure to make the risk worthwhile. Because in Carabas, the most dangerous thing in the desert isn't the Dirdir, it's believing you have time for just one more search. All right, folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a paid preview. Everything you've seen has been in prototype form, so keep a close eye on the campaign for any changes that still may occur. Now, with that said, one thing I found particularly fascinating about this game is that Carabas isn't just set in the world of Tschai. It's Jack Vance's 1969 novel, The Dirdir. The characters actually encounter this game is called Locate the Prime Purple Node. Players search the Carabas for valuable Sequin nodes while trying to avoid losing everything to the Dirdir. Joel Sparks has taken that fictional game from the pages of the novel and expanded it here into a full tabletop experience. As a fan of science fiction, I think that's a pretty incredible thing. Pulling from the pages of this book really drew me into the project, and now I need to read those books. So what really stood out to me here was how well the gameplay supports that story. The farther you venture into the desert, the greater the rewards become, but every decision comes with increasing pressure. You're constantly weighing risk against reward, wondering if you should turn back now or push your luck just a little bit further. And if you've watched enough of my videos, you know that I love push your luck style games, and Carabas kept pulling me in with that constant temptation to stay out there just a little bit longer. Maybe one more search, maybe one more valuable node, maybe one more trip into dangerous territory. Of course, that's usually when things start going really wrong for me, and that's exactly what makes it fun. The result here is a game that feels both thematic and tense, where greed isn't just part of the story, it's part of the gameplay. Alright folks, if this game looks like it might be something of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it for me, and until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Like what you just watched? Not only can you find more great videos here on our YouTube channel, you should go check out GamingTrend.com, the longest running independent game and gaming culture site on the web. From the table to the screen and everything in between, at Gaming Trend we cover video games and tabletop games, tech and gear like 3D printers, and even film, television, and comic books.
You'll find the latest news, reviews, and previews alongside our in-depth editorials, weekly newsletters, and the latest season of our tabletop podcast, Tabletop Throwdown.
Also, importantly, Gaming Trend is by humans for humans. No AI is used to generate our content, and we try not to platform products that use what we consider to be exploitative technologies.
So yeah, definitely like and subscribe here, but also go check out GamingTrend.com. We do a lot more than just videos.